Welcome back, everyone. Feels like it's been a while, but the time off was nice. Well, nice for me, anyway. Not so nice for Bob. See, he interrupted me during a spell casting again. The good news is, he wasn't turned into an amorphous blob this time. The bad news is, he was turned into a gargoyle, and I've no idea how to change him back, so looks like he's stuck that way. At least for the foreseeable future, anyway. Not all bad, though. He's not aging anymore, so he should live longer. Well, live. Not sure that's really the right word, but you catch my drift. He can still read and surf the web for me, so at least he can still do his job. Honestly, I should have done that to him years ago. Gargoyles do make fine guardians for a castle. Certainly better than the mindless zombies downstairs anyway. Might just have to create a few more. Anyway, I spent most of the week practicing and working on the autobiography I promised you. You haven't seen it yet because it's not finished yet. As you can imagine, it's kind of a long story. I've been around for a long time, but it's coming along. I've decided to present it in a small series of shorter videos. This way you don't have to sit through hours and hours of me talking if you don't want to. I'm going to try to throw in some visual aids as well so you have something to watch, but not sure exactly what that'll entail. And I don't have all the fancy software, so my options in that regard are somewhat limited, but we'll see what I can do. Anyway, on with the show. Welcome everyone to Monday Morning Morons for December 4th, 2017. This week, let's begin with a good laugh. Professor complains there are few liberal havens in academia. That's right, colleges simply are not liberal enough for her, I guess. Now, she makes several bitchy complaints in her piece, and I've linked it below so you can read them if you like, but let's just cut it all down to what she's really pissed about. And remember, this is someone who wanted to remain anonymous. She didn't give her name. All the identity information here is supplied by her because she clearly believes it adds weight to her argument. I endure affirmative action jokes from white colleagues and passive digs at my inability to look like a professor, she elaborates, adding that students of all races challenge my syllabus, threaten to go over my head to their white man professor of choice, and reject social inequality discussions in the classroom. Now let's put it all together. We've got a relatively new and untenured black female professor at what she refers to as a traditionally white college. Her inability to look like a professor, I can only guess about, but I'd bet it means she's young and doesn't dress very professionally. Claims she endures affirmative action jokes from white colleagues. Says that when students of any color challenge her ideas, they are running off to a white man for support. This paragraph alone tells me pretty much all I need to know about her. She's clearly obsessed with racial identity. I'd need more information to be sure, but at this point, I'm willing to bet she's just another in a long line of racists pretending that black people cannot be racist. In fact, wouldn't surprise me at all if that's part of her syllabus. But what's she really pissed about? Even administrators, she claims, are happy to use my efforts to promote institutional diversity initiatives, but routinely ignore my recommendations for effective structural and cultural change because many students and staff members regard me as a member of the liberal elite pushing overwrought theories of social inequality on the next generation. And there it is in a nutshell. Did you catch it? Read between the lines. This new professor charged onto campus and began demanding that everything change to suit her, and now she's pissed because they aren't doing everything she wants them to do. Spoiled, entitled, arrogant, deluded, narcissistic, you just know she's a millennial. Buckle up, folks. We're all in for a rough ride. It's coming time for these brain-dead, self-righteous, moralizing morons to start entering the workforce. They aren't safely sequestered behind ivy-covered walls anymore. They're beginning to enter the workforce, and they're bringing their entitled stupidity with them. If we don't smack these idiots with the reality stick pretty quick, they're going to drag us all down the rabbit hole with them. What's up next, Bob? The unexamined brutality of the male libido. Nope. Piss off, Stephen March. Take your generalizations and shove them. No matter how many articles people like you write, no matter how many speeches people like you give, no matter how many so-called academic articles people like you cite, you will never convince me to feel guilty for thoughts I don't hold. You will never convince me to take responsibility for and apologize for actions I did not take. And you will never convince me that I should feel guilt for simply being born a man. No matter how many times people like you claim it, you do not speak for me, so fuck off. Give me the next one, Bob, before I get sidetracked with an hour-long profanity-filled tirade. Actually, might as well give me the toxic masculinity piece since I'm already pissed off. So? Yeah, well, there's a lot of them every week. We could probably do an entire weekly series on just that and still not cover them all. Just pick one. Florida woman accused of killing husband, hiding duct-taped body in closet and walling over it. Ooh, an Edgar Allan Poe fan. Nice. Me too. A Florida woman killed her 72-year-old husband and then went to great lengths to hide his body in a closet in their home, authorities have charged. Okaloosa deputies said Alfred Wozniak was shot in the left temple. His wife, Barbara Wozniak, 65, was charged Friday with murder. Investigators obtained a search warrant and found a fabricated brick wall inside a closet under a stairway, the sheriff's office said. After removing the bricks and drywall, a large, dark, plastic-type tarp was observed, shaped with the consistency of an adult body. The material had been thoroughly duct-taped. Deputies said the woman told her 2 adult children what she did, and they called 911 Wednesday. According to the station, the deputies said Wozniak told them that she killed their father in self-defense after he tried to choke her on November 10th. Investigators said the trajectory of the bullet contradicted Wozniak's explanation of what happened to her children. Well, this should be an easy case. I mean, she's already told you that he choked her, so she shot him. I know. Ballistics don't support that, but listen and believe, folks. This poor abused woman just defended herself from that violent, toxic man. Taping up his body in a tarp, stuffing it in a closet, and walling over it might seem a bit strange to you, but then you're not a battered woman, are you? Clearly, she was just traumatized by his violence. Having just remodeled a room in the castle myself, I can tell you doing something like that takes time, work, and planning, but I'm sure that an emotionally traumatized woman racked with grief could do it all in a state of shock without even thinking about it. Okay, let's try to dig our way out of the swamp of bullshit a bit before we finish up. Give us a good story, Bob. Student charged with grand theft for snatching MAGA hat. I'm sure you all remember this one, right? Triggered snowflake swipes this guy's hat from him, refuses to give it back, then says, "Fuck your laws." Well, looks like those laws just might catch up to her. Honestly, the bullet points at the top here are all we really need to know. You can read the rest for yourself if you like. A University of California Riverside student who snatched a Make America Great Again hat from a classmate's head now faces up to 1 year in jail for grand theft. Under California law, grand theft refers not only to the theft of property worth more than $950, but also applies when property is taken from the person of another. You see, under Californistan law, this counts as grand theft because she took it directly from him. Now, the lawyers will do their little dance, and I suspect she's highly unlikely to actually serve a single day behind bars, but honestly, I hope she does. Maybe not a year, that seems a bit excessive in this case, but a month perhaps. It'll serve as a warning to the rest of these clowns. The law applies to you as well, whether you like it or not. Your self-indulgent outrage doesn't entitle you to do whatever you want, and a little time behind bars might just demonstrate how privilege really works. It'll certainly demonstrate how valuable freedom really is. Okay, so let's wrap it up with another good laugh this week. This turns trolling into a true art form. Student claims discrimination because college won't allow pirate outfit during PhD dissertation. A Dutch university is facing its country's Institute for Human Rights in a discrimination case after it refused to allow a doctoral candidate to defend his dissertation while clothed in a pirate suit. And why would he want to do that, you might ask? Environmental engineer Michael Afanya, whatever, took the action against Delft University of Technology because he claims he is a priest of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, a group that lampoons what it claims are special exemptions for religious people. Now, we've heard that kind of thing from random trolls on the internet, but he didn't stop there. According to De Volkskrant, Afanyet, I cannot pronounce this guy's name, once succeeded in getting an Israeli passport complete with photo of him with a colander on his head. Muslims can wear headscarves on their passport pictures for religious motives, and Sikhs can wear turbans, he said. The PhD student asked, "Who is TU Delft to determine what is important for my religion? It is Delft University of Technology, not Delft Theological University." He may be a snarky cunt, but he has a point. According to the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster website, they have a fucking website. Pirates can be divine beings, and notes global warming, earthquakes, hurricanes, and other natural disasters are all directly affecting the declining number of pirates since 1800. Its followers say this claim is no stranger than that of a man who turned water into wine or a god who split the sea in two. Fucking brutal. You, sir, are the troll of the week, with strong consideration for troll of the year. Remember your mantra, folks. Women are victims, men are oppressors, and feminism is just about equality. I'll see you all next time.